Right, should be live. Hello everyone, welcome to New Horizons Racing League Division 2, round 11 of the championship, halfway through the season already. Well, hang on, what's the circuit called? Red Bull Ring, that's it.
Red Bull Ring.
Joining me today, Division 1 Mercedes driver, Taze Leroy. How are you doing and what do you think of Austria?
I'm doing good. Austria, well, after last week, I absolutely despised the track.
We'll move on to bigger reasons in a second. Just a quick race information for the drivers. Race distance will be 36 laps. No need for the 90% rule in Division 2. Regardless where you finish, you will get points. Collins has already DNF for some reason. Like he didn't have a qualifying ban, so I don't really know what he's
done. Maybe it's
done.
just strategies.
Strategy? Shooting
Mercedes
himself in the foot more like. Oh god. Right, in terms of 22 and the hards 28. Bear in mind guys, that's the maximum tyre life. You will be feeling tyre wear a lot before that time. It's a bit of a recap from Division 1 last week, Lee. I'm going to explain what happened in terms of your tyre strategy.
Well, so I'm just trying to think, so... what Blaze did, he pit on the first safety car, which actually turned out to be smart. See, I wasn't sure of the tyre life. I mean, if I knew the tyre life, like if I had watched the stream prior, I wouldn't have pitted, I wouldn't have on the hards. And yeah, I still don't understand how Joe used Indigo's tyres to the poster, because see, his tyres were older than mine, so... And like, there's no logistics, but I mean, it just shows how quickly that a race can just go like that. So, I mean, the two drivers do not follow in my footsteps.
Yeah, just be a bit careful on the long stints. I think, how old were your tyres then? I think they're only, like, I know that they were going to be in, yeah, so they were always around that punchy territory anyway. But I think out of the ordinary compared to what would be a normal race for you, you were fighting quite hard, which obviously didn't help too much. First time of the day, 105.5 from James. Nice to have him back. I hope he's had a nice time training. And he's let the McLaren loop back through.
Oh, you've been kicked out.
Huh? Charlie Congdon getting pole position now, 104.5. SLM11, a 5-place grid penalty already. SLM Division 1 driver filling in for Infinity, who has, I think, some kind of school commitment to do. Right on border loop back then, choosing to start on the softs by the looks of it. Tonkin in with his time with a 104.8. I think some of the best of two drivers could probably knock about a second off if they were that desperate for it.
Sorry man, I'm back.
Come on, one corner to the line. Luke Beck on pole, 104.2.
Can you just invite me back, please?
Yeah, hang on.
I don't know what I might...
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know who the host of the session is now, but I've...
Hopefully not you.
Oh god, no. It probably wouldn't be me. It would give it to the person with the best internet capacity, so probably someone in the UK.
I can check who is now. It's James.
Where's his teammate? I'll just stick on board with... Yeah, it stabled itself because I lagged out.
You can see the access is on.
Yeah, the broadcast is still going for now.
Yeah. Here comes the access on the far corner. Is it going to be Paul? Yes, it is. A 103.5. First man into the 103s. Their one pole time was, I believe, at 1 minute 2.7.
Yeah, it was something stupidly quick. Who got pole last week, Paul? I actually can't remember.
It was Jamie or Mark. I do not. I think it was Jamie.
Yeah, it was. Indigo.
Yeah. And for the first time in Nhrl this season, we have Haas drivers. It is a miracle, but we do have them. Across the line. Got P7.
Yeah, like, obviously we've not had many Haas drivers in Nhrl all the season, especially in Div 2 we've not had them at all. So Haas are the only team on the grid that have 0 points to the name. I bet both of them are going to be willing to make amends to that, and as long as the pair of them still do fairly well, their only competition is really the Alpha Romeo drivers, and they're only on about 8 points. Who was that?
Who's on that?
FJW.
I think that was FJW.
James is on again. I've just missed who that was on this line.
I don't even know who it was.
I'm going to ride on board with Reese in the Red Bull, not set a time yet.
I'm watching James ahead of him. The game says he's at the purple first sector. We'll have to see if that comes through. I'll find ahead.
Ferrari just moving out the way on the grass.
That's a good one. Yeah, stays out of the way, nice. Yeah, with James, I reckon he has the pace. It's just obviously if he can turn up, which obviously, I know he's been training.
Oh,
yeah, he's some.
purple sector 2 from Reese. I mean, it's almost disgusting how much time you can gain if you take the final corner properly and you get the right amount of exit speed. P3.
Reese got P3, good one.
He was a little bit hesitant on the turn into the final corner. I believe Avalanche, Avalanche just gone P2, otherwise Reese could have gained himself a couple of attempts there.
Yeah, obviously, DSS on final demands on our momentum.
Oh no, Tonk was about to cross the line, but he invalidated his lap at the final corner. And that's Casey Janet behind him who's about to start a flyer. SLM to the line.
Sherlock wasn't invalid. I do know that.
I think she's on the wheel now, right?
No, she's still on fire.
Oh,
I don't know if she's got you now.
I think she's just waiting on it.
Yeah, but I've spoken to her. She doesn't plan to go on it straight away when she gets it.
I'm gonna run ball with Casey then. Not set a time yet.
Walking on. The game says it's like a purple one second.
No, he's just invalidated it. Anyone on a real flyer? Cops?
Who's on it? We've missed it. Charlie Cogton was 1 second. Nuke's on a final lap as well. He's 2 tenths off as he comes to the final corner. It's
sorry, I'm gonna run.
Oh, he's invalidated.
God's sake, man. Where? No. Casey's just gone for a spin after turn 1.
Yeah, Charlie Cogton is going to set him off.
I'm keeping an eye on Charlie in the minimap, but I'm riding the ball with the cops.
Yeah. Okay. This looks like a decent lap. Goes P7. What's that? That's a decent
Not
lap.
too bad, considering the cars that were around him.
Yeah, top 4 at the moment. Racing Point Renault, Racing Point Renault. It's the usual top 4 suspect there.
Did Dylan ever rejoin the session?
I didn't even know what he liked. I didn't like that when Minor died. I don't know if there was. I can check.
If you haven't already, someone can invite Dylan. I can't remember if he's rejoined the session or not.
I checked, and it says that he's on multiplayer in Austria, so he should be. I've invited him
Yeah,
again.
probably just waiting.
Yeah.
He's still going to want to get time. Probably explain a lot of the driver transfer as well here then. Zenex Josh has left Nhrl now, so that left the seat vacant at Mercedes, which Dylan has now filled. And his departure from Ferrari meant that both Ferrari seats were available, so the original McLaren pairing have now moved to Ferrari, and both McLaren seats in Division 2 are still vacant. Luke Beck just stepping in to make up the numbers really.
Yeah, and also, I think we have the championship standings at Avos now.
Can do. Just give me time to load them up. That said, DXS leading the Drivers' Championship on like a very satisfying 200 points. Second place is still Raceway on 159. Just a few points behind him, Charlie on 154. The now fourth place driver due to Josh's departure, Dylan on 71, just behind him Twonk on 66, Reese 17 on 59, Avalanche 58, Carps on 50, James Killer, despite his fairly long absence, he's still on 43 points, but then the rest of the grid just falls away. Collins on 13, Feared by Gaming on 8, Infinity 7, LE2, FJW2 and Casey Jennett with a singular point to his name.
Yeah, and I've been on that if she comes in our sector. The game says she's purple, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's random with FJW first. See if he's set to improve. Very hesitant on the exit. He does improve, not enough to change his position.
And everything goes 8.
Wow, 8.
Fair play.
Got
very decent.
Yeah, a little bit of pace in that Alpha Nhrl. Which one of the
Casey Jennett.
He's just started a lap. Right on board with Noja to the line, making his debut. No, yeah, he's coming to the pits then. James on an outlap. Is any of the racing points?
No, they're both up to the moment.
I'm going to ride on board with Kids.
These people 6 down.
He's the invalid. How have you done that there?
Probably just push it too.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that hard to go off track either.
Yeah, but he only just saved his car from what I hope was damage. Renault's going to go to line. That's Raceway starting a lap.
He's the first of the top 4. He's in none to turn 1. That's just a strategy not run out of the ERS. This is the yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, that was just Casey Jennett now. Up to the line, Casey goes P7.
P7.
James then validated, so you have one more chance. As he's in the pit, so you have one more chance. Okay, let's see, Avalanche DXS, they're on.
Oh, Avalanche is purple.
Yeah, he's only like half 10th up though, so.
Speed is carrying through, that's unbelievable. Is it pole?
And
no, but it is P2. Only about
just
4/10 off pole.
He sent it.
I say only, yeah, I can tell that was quick.
It didn't improve his last cycle, wasn't that great. Moved back on the final as well. DXS is invalidated, so he might get one more shot. I don't think he will, but yeah. Whereas it moved back. I don't know.
We're a tad bit wide at turn 6.
3 times up, purple medal.
Yeah, but he's got to find half a second in the final 2 corners. Oh, he's running really
he just
wide.
needs to send it, but he's run wide, so.
He's carrying a fair amount of momentum through. Oh, no, P2.
P2.
Beats the other racing point by a 10th.
DXS on that. Interestingly, I've seen a lot of drivers going on after tyres that like one up all the races a bit up as well. But I want the XS first. The man on pole, championship leader, working to just continue that momentum. I don't believe he's on a 3-race winning streak now. If I do it. It's like he won in Baku, Canada.
Yeah, it isn't validated. I don't think he'll be that bothered, if I'm honest.
No, Luke's pushing again. He was a 10th, I think, unless I read that wrong.
Unless if DXS has got enough fuel in his car to go again.
Luke's about 2/10 off.
Oh,
You're not counting Luke back out yet.
I didn't realise Luke was carrying on. Yeah, that's probably going to help him a little bit. Especially at the final corner. A beautiful amount of curve taken.
Is he going to go
pole?
pole?
Yes, he does.
DXS is messed up his lap again. Charlie Cogden's out. Charlie, it's going to be close if he makes it to the line or not. Watch out for that.
Yeah, that's
Reese on up again.
Way too close for comfort for Charlie. I think Raceway is about done. Going to be at least P5 for the Renault.
25 seconds Charlie has to get to the line. I think he'll just do it.
Stupidly close between Casey Janet and Twonk there. Twonk actually going. Charlie will make it.
Twonk's in Bangladesh. That would have put him in like P5 or something as well.
Right, that's it. Everyone to line.
Oh,
Casey!
Oh my, it's me that song. But it looks like Luke's on pole at the moment unless Charlie can gain 5/10. I was watching James there. He had a very quick little second, but he just invalidated on the exit. But Charlie, I believe, is going to be our last driver to sign up because he Twonk's done. Yeah, I think it will be. He's up by a 10th and a bit, so this will put him P3. He needs to go full send to this one two corners. This is where you can gain everything. You know what that? He's going for it there. Rickard never more speed. It's a good run. Where's his not going to put Charlie?
P3.
P3.
I think he'll consider that almost like pole position. To be fair, he was less than a 10th away from out-qualifying DXS, but I think the only way those guys must have had that much of an advantage to get like the P1 and 2, surely they must have had a tow from someone somewhere.
11 has a 5-race good bill on this. So.
I'm aware. I think it was a collision with Avalanche. Just double check the race director. Yeah. Either way, that's not look back on pole position for McLaren. He takes 2 points towards the constructor. DXS will start P2 for Racing Point, and Charlie Congdon P3 for Renault.
So the two championship rivals right next to each other as they've been all season. The start is going to be interesting.
I still don't know what to do about Luke Beck though, because I'm glad he's here, like to make up the numbers, but he will slowly wipe the floor with the Div 2 drivers, and it's not really fair. So I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So for the start, do you take it away, or do you want to take it away?
I don't mind. Just trying to get comfy.
I think if it's okay with you, I'll take it away to that.
Yeah, if you want, I don't really mind.
That's fine.
I mean, in Div 1, I always tend to let Gamey take lights out just because I'm moving pillows and stuff trying to get comfy.
So I'm assuming you sit on your bed then?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to sit on the floor, am I?
I thought you were on a chair, but okay.
A chair? My TV doesn't even face my chair. There's no way for in my bedroom. I do have a chair, but there's nowhere I can sit with it that I'd be looking at my TV. Full rundown of the grid then. I'm gonna have to go like quite quick through them. It's Notley back on pole position for McLaren, DXS P2 for Racing Point, Charlie P3 for Renault, DXS's teammate Avalanche P4, Renault and Racing Point still in a very close constructors fight, more than likely going to go down to the wire. Even at the moment, I think they are separated by about 70 odd points at least. That's P54 Raceway. Reese, honestly, really, what's the word? Underrated qualifying performance, starting P6 for Red Bull. Carbs probably equally as unexpected in P7 for Ferrari. Casey Jennett P8, I think his race pace is normally a lot better than his qualifying pace. Twonk P9 for Red Bull. James starting P10 for Williams on his return. He'll hope to kind of carve his way up, hopefully to the podium places. Noja on his debut started P11 for Haas, and his teammate on his debut as well, P12. FJW again joining us for him, it's P13 for the Ferrari driver. SLM 11 14th for Alfa Romeo, filling in for Infinity today. Ellie P15. Collins, the highest qualifying Mercedes, not really sure what happened to both Mercedes in qualifying, but it is Dylan that rounds out the grid in P17. To be fair, I think that will put on a bit of a show trying to watch the Mercs come through the field.
Yeah, I think a good camera.
Right, don't outbreak yourself into turn 1 either.
Fair enough, I think a good camera angle. So we got 1, 2, 3. Luke, can he make a stick? Yes, he does. Further behind,
someone's lost an end plate at the back.
It's all decently clean, it seems.
Yeah,
up in the turn 2.
there's been a coming together with the Haas drivers. That's
VSC.
Yeah. The back of the grid.
You said not to break yourself. DXS would have brilliant start. And
he's leading the drivers' title.
Trying with the hoping that you can attack him like that. He can get at him.
You'll see Luke Beck, he won't, because he is a full-time Division 1 driver, he won't be able to score drivers' points, but he can still score constructors' points for McLaren.
Okay, the game is good itself, because someone's going to be pissed. We're going to go again, so...
I'm sure that's not DRS enabled, I can't wait for that thing to fix itself.
Oh, Avalanche has hit the back of Raceway and Avalanche has lost his wing. Reese up in the P4 cards ahead as well. Avalanche just missed that falling down.
Case is just waiting to pounce on him as well. Surely it'll be an easy move into turn 4. Diving down the inside of the racing point, locks up for good measure.
Makes it stick. Yeah, it one's even wider.
Yeah, probably worse than there for Avalanche. The thing is, he always gets good starts and he gets involved in one way or another that he ends to be the worse off racing point, like all the time.
James gone running the side of Commons into turn 5, I believe, and says I'm not sure what corner it is. Yellow flag, it's a Luke. Is it Luke? Oh, it's not Luke, sorry, I thought Luke was gone. But Charlie was then inside, Luke coming back at him. This is just helping the access to get away, as I didn't have DRS, yes. Just
yeah, they will have DRS now. I think that was Dylan there with the
Charlie.
Look at that, it's DRS completely OP. Yeah, but he's also used a fair amount of his ERS as well, but Charlie is going to want to clear the McLaren. And Charlie is, he's in a driver's title fight, let alone a constructor's fight.
Look already, DXF 85%, Charlie 35. That's just a big difference. Raceway goes dead inside and moves back. Using overtake, he'll want to get the move to try and maybe help his teammate in the fight for that. P1 goes round the outside. What a move!
That was a gutsy move there, but 10 out of 10 for actually pulling it off.
Very ballsy.
Yeah, I think Luke is going to be quite irritated at that though. On board with Collins, he's carving his up his build nicely. He's up into P10 behind FJW in the Ferrari.
Oh yeah, both Mercs nearly in the points already, so they made it so.
Yeah, the thing is, Dylan's only just behind him. They both started on the mediums as well.
Let's see,
as long as there's an early safety car before like lap 10, It's really going to help out the medium owners. Oh god. What
Here
have I
comes
done?
Charlie on the back of DXS. DXS can show him anymore. I think DXS knows. Just play it smart. He knows he has
Yeah, I
DRS or even
think
trying to get this cut.
it was one of you lot in Division 1 last week where you just, you know, let them buy, let them keep the win, let them think they're doing a good job, save all your ERS and then attack them in the last couple of laps, which I think is what Jamie was doing. DXS running deep on the gravel. Lost a hell of a load of momentum.
I saw there with the leaderboard things that James has got past Swan, but I didn't see the move in the water. But there we go. Charlie into the lead, but DXS. If DXS knows what's better for him, they'll just try to stick with him. Won't use any overtake. Charlie needs to
He's
try
run quite wide.
And he's got to cut the corner again. Dylan past FAW's bottom up into the points and running at the end of lap 4, so...
I know it's a lot easier said than done, but you're not going to want to get too many corner cutting penalties around here.
No, I see
FJW in the box. Because, you think, Austria, it is one of those tracks where it might be worth going a little bit slow around a couple of corners. So if there's a safety car, and then come the end of the race, you could shoot a hell of a load of positions.
Sorry, here comes Spawn again, and so they changed into 23. Sorry for putting me there.
No, it's alright, you're keeping your eyes peeled more than I am. But Twonk's coming back at him down the straight.
Then he's wide.
Yeah, but
no, he doesn't. But
a fairly compromised exit. Obviously, James being on the soft, so he will get better exits than the Red Bull.
Yeah.
There's a fight. Oh, James, what are you doing, man? There's a fight for 13th with Avalanche and Casey. If you just want to watch that for a sec. I'll ride on board with James and Tonk until the end of the main straight, and I'll have to go back up and watch the lead of the race. Oh, Tonk, he's making Williams dirty.
Here comes DXS. He's not using any open meters, Charlie. Maybe learning a bit.
Yeah, but it's not exactly a done and dusted move there. I mean, Charlie's placed his car quite well.
Reese has got DRS and Reese. Ever since I came out, I've been off the charm for Reese. Ever since I started commenting, he's done a lot better.
Yeah, the two Mercs have traded places. Not sure if there's any team orders down there. Maybe Dylan doing slightly better on his tyres.
But they're cutting their way through the field.
Oh no, they're actually scrapping this. This isn't what they need down at Mercedes. They're fighting each other. They need to be. Yeah, not loop back. 3-second penalty. That could play a role in the podium places at the end of the race.
He is prone to getting pounded, so I mean, Austria, we could see him get a few.
You make it sound like it's so bad, but I hate to say it, you're not actually wrong. Oh, DX, I thought it was about to rear-end the Renault then.
If you weren't on stream, I would say harsher words.
I'll say harsher words on stream anyway.
Fair enough. DXS. I wonder if DXS is trying to save his tires. Dylan and Collins, they're actually battling. This is not good. Dylan, nothing play again.
Yeah, I can see him on the minimap coming into turn 3. Someone's got to call someone down at Mercedes.
DXS and Charlie, DXS with the into overtake. They're fighting into turn 5.
Yeah, this is the fight that Charlie needs though. It's not like there's a title at stake.
I wonder if he might try and hold him up so that he can back him up in the raceway. Then Raceway can battle him, and also
no
obviously with the battle.
Raceway needs to get a bit of a move on, because the best thing for Renault, obviously with Raceway catching up, there's coming together with Ellie and Casey.
Casey, yeah.
I don't know what's happening there.
Lost her whole right side. I don't know about Casey.
No, I think there's damage on both cars.
I think Casey's not lost. Kids into the bite. Let's see. Is it in more yellows and second camera?
Casey's spam.
Again. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful.
Yeah, there's no damage on the AlphaTauri.
Don't want to be careful so you can get in front.
Yeah.
But DXS and Charlie.
Word of warning, Casey's do not retire on the circuit. anyone retiring on the circuit will get a qualifying ban. If you want to do it in the pit lane, then you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I just realised why Raceway might not be catching DXS anytime soon. Because Luke Becker's caught him.
Safety car? Wait, what? There's no safety car, I'm sorry.
It was James. He had a moment coming out of turn 4 and he's lost half of his front wing.
Well, still, it should be a safety car.
Yeah, but you notice how everyone is coming in.
They have to go on for the high, because they go on mediums. I mean, you're so nasty that on the mediums.
Well, yeah, but if they go on the mediums, they can go on the softs at the end of the race. But I tell you, this is really going to play into the Hanzu. The Mercedes pair.
Yeah.
Go on, let's get.
Collins gets up and through before is done. Yeah, Merck and also benefits Tom as well. Okay. Charmy's on medium, so he's definitely committing for a 2-2.
I'd be very surprised if we don't see the Mercs into the box in like the next 5 laps. Definitely by lap 15. Right, I'm gonna need someone to like tell them not to be that close to each other, because I don't want to be removing time penalties because people can't keep space.
5-second time penalties.
Yeah, everyone just keep about 2 car lengths away from each other. I don't want to be up until Tuesday and taking away time penalties. It's only going to delay the standings even more than they always are late. I've just realised, why is Tonk leading the race?
Because he obviously was on mediums, so.
Did you start on mediums?
He did, yeah.
Oh, what an absolute lad. Different strategy down at Racing Point and Renault. I think both Renault, both Renaults opting for the medium, DXS and the hards. Avalanche, I don't know if he will be coming. I mean, oh no, what the hell happened there?
Actually, no, what happened?
Yes, I thought it was coming together with Nogel and Reese.
Avalanche, I mean, Nogel's not doing bad in his debut up in PA, I know.
What tyres is it for? It's the hards.
This race is fun, boy. Right on that time.
Why is it the Div 2 races always throw up like... It's just... You never know what's going to happen. Even though we get our usual suspects on the podium. Oh no, Noja.
There's the first one. Hopefully the only one.
Oh god, don't say that. Otherwise we'll have about 10.
I don't think you got one number. I think you're just going to.
I just hope it's not as bad as. Where was it before? Oh yeah, Canada. Canada was pretty horrific.
Oh, Canada, yeah. And also, in Baku we have many fire-ups.
The pile-ups at Baku, they were easy to steward, but I think it took me until Tuesday after Canada to remove everyone's penalties. And what was so annoying is that even though like they removed them, hardly anyone changed position.
Yeah, and
they still got to do it anyway.
Yeah, DXS, is he on 4 race finishes or 3?
I don't know, I can't remember. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning, let alone how many races DXS has won in a row.
He's won at least 2 in a row, I remember that much, because I know he's definitely won fans. No, sorry, he's definitely won
there was clearly damage there.
They did get one. So if you guys well,
Noja might be a blessing in disguise for him coming the end of the race. Like, he would be sent to the back of the grid, but
probably behind.
Yeah, that 5-second penalty that will be removed at the end. Yeah, it is hards for the Haas driver. Bottom 3 all on hards. Oh my god, Casey.
Yeah, I will try and keep an eye on whether his 5 seconds that he gets removed is going to change his position.
It might. But it'll give him a lot of peace of mind knowing that his position... Well, I know that he will still get it taken off at the end, but It's a lot more comforting. You know, you've been there in league race, and we're like, oh, that penalty, the safety car. Oh yeah, you've served your penalty. It gives you a little bit more confidence back. I don't think it was all doom and gloom for Noja there, because his softs, the moment he came into the pits, he had been on them for 10 laps, so yeah, probably not the tyres he wanted to be on anyway come the safety car restart. Yeah, again, the hards aren't that much better. Yeah, it is a short lap, and the hards are the hardest tyre to warm up. You think, oh no, there's the collisions.
Oh no, FAW on Noja broken.
Come on, guys.
Noja's in a small wing.
I think Noja does have damage. Right, eyes at the front then.
Carbs.
Guys, come on, leave space.
It's not rocket science.
He's gone. I'm gonna ride on board with Charlie.
Yeah, Twonk should still have it. Here comes Charlie. Hopefully he's not. Charlie's not the be methods when he's obviously.
Twonk's got a little bit more life left in those tyres than DXS probably thinks. And obviously Charlie being on the softer tyre than the hards should make life quite easy for him. Oh my god.
Here we go. The inside in case there's some by.
Yeah, you'd think that Twonk would let him by as well. Almost. Best mobile chicane, I know, like those two probably going to make life easier for each other. Although they are still competitors while they're on the circuit.
Yeah. Yellow flag, that's actually W.
Is he gone for a spin? It doesn't look like there's any damage on the car. Hopefully can keep going.
I think Charlie has been promoted to steward as of last week, so signal and so that just proves that he is clean and smart, so I'll leave him around anyway. Totally. He'll get past and Luke was only in third Collins. Gets the move, Luke on a charge, he's on fresh soil, so we expect him to be on there.
Yeah, I've seen SLM as left session if anyone can.
Looking at the boy, not Tonk is defending us.
Oh, the two ex-teammates!
That just seemed
like... Oh no,
Charlie!
3 second penalty for that!
I don't think that's why.
Guys, you're just throwing away points at the minute.
Charlie went into AI though, so I don't see the point. DXS was down.
I don't know, he might have hit it by mistake, but yeah, it is Luke Beck, he's waiting to pounce as well.
Tom Scott waiting on this, it's gonna really piss him off. As here comes. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Charlie went into AI and it just caused absolute chaos.
I'm going to run forward with James because the action at the back of the grid is unbelievable.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep an eye on the front as DXS has DRS. Not using overtake, being smart, letting Charlie use it, just waste it all. This way gets past Collins and Dylan Spurs. Surely coming to an end now.
Oh, James, what are you doing, man? James! Ah. Oh.
What's happened?
James completely outbraked himself into turn 3 and he's just T-boned Carps. I think Carps got away with it. Raceway and Collins, man, what the hell are you doing? You need to leave a bit more space than that.
It just seemed like in the midfield you have reckless dive ball after reckless dive ball.
I wouldn't say that were reckless. Not in like an unsporting sense. I know that James isn't the type of driver to do things like that.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, he's caused himself damage, and luckily he hit the side pod of the Ferrari, so Carps won't lose that much time.
Yeah. Looking at the battle for the me, I think DXS should just be patient with it. He knows that Charlie, and if he makes it to the end, but anyway, here comes the move.
Look at him, Charlie's a sitting duck.
He's just going to go down the inside, yes he is. Charlie
getting all the momentum he needs again off that final corner.
I think DXS is going to have that. On Charlie, and Luke's going to have it on Charlie as well. To the outside, Charlie breaks through, mate. I mean, sorry, not Raceway, DXS gets it. You know, Luke, I think Luke's, I'm praying that these two crashes James into the pits. James has good race pace, so if he just pumps
Yeah,
him
but
up,
James
someone
has
takes
just
it
left
now.
the session. I hope he hasn't rage quitted. I don't want
Yeah, 'cause
an
I mean-
AI car going around at the back of the grid.
People leaving the session is not coming up for me. Oh, my gaps are gone over.
Yeah, mine are as well. There's Luke
Maybe
with
put
another penalty.
penalty. Here comes
Ah,
Charlie.
come on, Charlie. You're going on the grass, for
Jesus.
God's sake, man.
It's
That is
very late.
very deep. Who's going to get Duras out of that? It is still Charlie and Luke. They're going 3 wide
Oh my
up the hill.
God.
Oh no, there's going to be a
hill.
massive
Oh my
accident.
God.
No,
Oh my
no,
God,
no,
he's
there is,
kept
there
on.
is.
DXS has saved himself. Luke's gone 3 wide. How have they
Charlie was
managed?
just being used as a pinball there. I don't think anyone got wing damage, but
How has
polystyrene
no
all
one
over the
died?
place.
How
Oh, I've
has
just
no
about
one-
shat myself watching that.
How has no one died there? I still wonder.
Great, for what happened, that's great car control from the lot of them there.
DXS, yeah. Yeah, Luke got... Charlie's now got on the win. I don't think DXS got one now.
Well, at least it's helped Raceway catch up just a little bit.
I think Luke might have gotten. He seems to be dropping pace a little bit.
Yeah, the softs will only just start feeling a little bit of wear. There's no damage on the McLaren. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what the? In Carrot lost the back end, there's a young fucking stuff for 2
That's a Haas, probably Noja.
Fucking sector one.
Avalanche and Reese.
There we go. Here comes Reese. Oh my god, do not kill him.
Yeah, try not to kill each other. It's not
Oh,
GTA.
Avalanche! I'm getting rich, obviously. I should not hold that in a minute. Let's see. Yeah. I know I spoke to you before this. What do you think about code rosters being bought out by a company? Well, I don't know the name.
Not bothered, if I'm honest.
Fair enough.
It's not going to change the game too much.
Trying to get in the way now too, but one not because his players are starting to come into their excuse me.
Yeah,
DXS has to pit. I think he has wing damage.
Does he?
I think he might. I don't know. I'm
Going to run more of them as he is coming in for his pit stop.
Maybe this is championship momentum swing.
That's a wing.
I think that incident, that has to go down to racing. Because it was just 3 wide, and Charlie was being used as a pinball, there was nothing he could have done. Now DXS needs to be on a charge. His main focus will be trying to close that gap to Charlie, so that he'll be behind at 11. P6 just pit, can he get ahead of Punk? No, for DXS is going to be a mythical battle. Look at Luke as well. Right there, Luke. Oh, DXS!
God!
Anyway, car. Oh my god. This is. Hey, what the. Ripple fuck is this? Don't ask why I said that, I don't know. Anyway, here comes DXS on the back of Twonk. He's not gonna be happy.
Yeah, Twonk's got really deep.
Oh my god. Gap is to the leader from DXS, 26.3, so he's just going to be pushing. And I think...
SLM into P6.
See, this is the pit, the one with the novel. He's doing well, yellow flag, and that, I'm assuming that's... No,
that's Ellie.
She was like, you know, just a minute. Dylan on the back of this fight between, you know, like the 4-car fight, 5-car fight actually, between Evans as well, but she really can't. DXS. You know, I mean, if DXS comes out with her as a winner, I would be amazed.
I would as well.
Race, because obviously Race been trying to pit again.
Ellie has retired in the pit lane.
Yeah. Avalanche is looking good. Facing Race as well.
Just trying to watch the fight in front of SLM not fighting Sophie too hard. He's making moves to it. I'm gonna stay with Twonk for a little bit, see if he can catch the Alfa Romeo, because those mediums are really gonna start to struggle.
There'll be puncture territory now,
22 laps, so yeah, it's
No,
like that,
no,
you know,
no,
that
no.
60-65%, I think. Still good for another couple of laps, but after
she's
that,
doing well,
it's
but
just
maybe
like
put another
a
pan on
stupid
there.
amount.
I'm gonna keep on checking that gap to leader from DXS to Charlie.
Yeah.
If Charlie wanted to go into mediums, he could. Bear that in mind if he wants it again. Then that's a case with
Yeah,
DRS
but
and Reese.
Charlie has the tyre life to pit for softs.
Yeah. Okay, actually,
Oh wow,
oh,
Dylan getting close to SM as well. SM dropped about 5 places in 2 corners, bless her.
yeah. Think about it. This race is still very salvageable for DXS. He's gonna get ahead of Raceway. He's not that far away from getting ahead of Charlie. Thinking about it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, both Renaults still have to box. Those mediums aren't going to the end.
Yeah.
Maximum life for the mediums, 22 laps.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean, like, honestly. Still looking good, obviously, they'll probably be on softs at the end, but I think it's going to be the easiest job for DXS to hold that lead if he does get it. Let's see, Casey, Jenna and Reese. Casey to the outside for turn 3, absolutely sends it, breaking.
Yeah, lock up from the
Switch
AlphaTauri
back.
as well.
None of them get DRS.
Reese just catching the back end. Yeah, good Casey with DRS.
Here he comes. No, he doesn't have DRS yet. Well, no, it's also not on my screen he does.
Casey does. Yeah, only just got that stopped in time.
Luke and Twong. You should have them move to the outside. Can he make it stick? On the Red Bull, Twong fighting it and late braking. Luke trying to hold it around the outside. Then good spatial awareness from Twong. Into turn 5, Luke shoots up the side. And yes, they concede.
Yeah, Dylan's catching these two because Tonk and Luke are fighting. Rather than board with Dylan.
Yep, he is. Reese still has DRS on Casey Jennings, so. Oh, Casey losing the back end. Luke getting another. If Luke goes on like this for, he's going to get disqualified, but anyway. Here comes Reese. To the outside on Casey. He's going to hold back to get DRS. He does, but he tries to do the switch back. It's a good exit. Is he going to go up and over it? Yes, he is. He actually has more DRS than what Casey has. So to the inside goes Reese. He breaks very late.
Is that
that's
yeah,
too late.
far too deep. Luke Beck and Twonka side by side again.
Yeah, just nice Dylan.
Luke going a tad bit deep there.
Oh, he loses the back end, and there goes Twonk.
Yeah, this is Dylan's in the fight now. Three-way fight.
Dylan's in the back of the grid, up at the P9. He's doing. We haven't actually talked about him much, but he's doing a stellar job.
Just in general, then, biggest winners and losers then after the race. James, biggest loser, down 5 as well as Carps. Biggest winner at the moment. Yeah, Dylan up 8 places and counting.
Yeah. At the moment of the stands, he won't go down as I mean, he'll go down as a video job there, but he'll go down as mine as well. Talk for the phone, mate. Another minute watch is going to much of the same people also. All she needs is 2 more drivers to the DNF and she's in the points. See, but she's a different driver, so she wants to go for herself, yellow flag, because that is, I don't even know.
That was one of the Hasses, like parking it on the grass. I mean, 10 out of 10 for getting out of the way, but come on, that was it's almost like slamming on the brakes while you're on the motorway. That many cars behind you.
You see the Reynolds going soon?
Yeah, I'd expect them in any point in the next 2 laps, but the thing is, as soon as those two come out on the softs, they can push as hard as they like.
Yeah.
And even if there's a Luke running very wide off of the penultimate corner.
just, yeah, you just caught not Dylan.
Dylan up into 8. He can go chase the Red Bull.
Dylan, obviously, I mean, the start of the season there was doubt over his driving in quite a few circumstances, but he's been a driver that's improved over the season.
Yeah, his pace has definitely improved. His racecraft still improving race by race. Luke with another penalty. Oh,
I'm gonna check how
yeah,
much
yeah. I was about to say double check for me because I think you get about 10.
Yeah, 6 seconds. So.
He has 6 penalties.
He is 18 seconds. He's gonna fall out with a point at this rate.
So yeah, that would be 48 seconds behind. Yeah, he'd be out the points. That'll put Carps into the points, and SLM about 8 seconds away from him.
Yeah, if Charlie wants to win, I think you should pick.
Oh no! Collins has crashed.
Oh, he's out. Is that safety car? Yes, it is.
Yeah, safety car. Oh, perfect timing for the Renaults.
Charlie and Raceway are gonna be counting their unlucky stars with that one.
Sorry about the camera angle.
What actually happened?
Right, he's gone through like turn 6 and then turn 7. He's lost the back end and he's gone into the left-hand barrier. I think it was. Do you remember the one of the Austrian Grand Prix at the start of the season? It was in practice. I think Albon, like, he lost the back end and he went off in the gravel area down that section.
Yeah.
Right, gonna go back on board with Charlie. To be fair, this should help DXS as well.
They're all gonna go in.
Yeah, see Avalanche in. Oh, it's a double stack at Renault. Hopefully Charlie has vacated the pit box and he has.
I mean, yeah, they'll probably, I mean, it's just, you know, obviously it will take a bit longer, but that's how the game moves.
No, it's only took him about a second. He shouldn't lose anything.
No, he does. He does it much.
Yeah, he's lost, lost position to
Honestly,
Avalanche.
Dylan stayed out. Where's Dylan going? He's 4, I think? Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4. Obviously the hard runners, they can go to the end anyway, but they're going to get eaten up by anyone who's on the softs behind
Basically
them.
on the mediums. I wonder if that's because he didn't have any fresh outs. The softs, and he went...
Well, if there is another safety car, let's say around lap 31 or 32, even if it's just a quick one, the medium runners will definitely be on to improve.
Yeah, I think
but
after safety restart, I think we're going to see what's the word I'm looking for? A angry Portugueseman in the XS. He's giving me.
I don't think he'll be that angry. He's just been caught out by these safety cars. But it's your luck sometimes in motor racing though. And the worst case being is that he has 3 very racy drivers in front of him.
And his championship leader, one of the championship rivals, this will actually take Charlie ahead of his teammate and a lot closer to DXS. But maybe at the turn of the season, maybe at the halfway point, this is where Charlie, maybe this is where Renault started getting the mojo back, because before this seemed like DXS was kind of going away with it, but now it seems like it's going the opposite way. Obviously, you never know what could happen. Charlie and Raceway could still crash, you never know. So, we have to wait and see. Noja and James are in the middle of... Charlie's gonna be so happy that he has James is the iCar and Noja in between him and Avalanche, so...
Here's the thing though, in between Racing Point and Renault in the Constructors, after France, it's a difference of 86 points. I know it's still a very long road, but it's almost like Renault still need to keep doing what they're doing like right now. In terms of the drivers though, I know that DXS does have a fairly healthy lead out the front, but the person who will improve from this would be Raceway, and even then Charlie isn't that far behind. And they're both.
Yeah, Charlie would go into second.
Obviously, but Raceway is about 41 points behind, and Charlie about 46.
I know Charlie has one on. Charlie's still in a good spot. Raceway could win. I haven't seen Music follow with a pony yet, so we'll wait and see. Get him running FCW with a hot second time pony. When will Charlie go? He obviously does have 2 cars in between himself. So
I think he's already gone.
He's got a brilliant restart. 2.2 already, that
Oh,
it's a brilliant start.
So,
no Josh to get out of the way.
way.
Mordred does get out of the way. Can he get out of the way? Raceway! Ooh!
This is where it causes issues with the AI cars. One of the Hasses has had a problem at the back, as is FJW. Right, the fight then for P5. Casey almost making a mess of it going into Greece. Oh no, Twonka's been spun round. Oh my god! No! There's been a collision. I believe that was actually with James's AI car. Charlie, yeah. Oh, for God's sake.
Here comes DXS. Some eyes past Casey.
Yeah, hang on, I need to see the damage. I'm going to have serious words with James after this race, because this isn't acceptable. Yeah, it's all kicking off in the midfield.
I'm sure you're going to have a decent amount. I'm sure they're going to have a decent amount of work to do after this.
Yeah. DXS is flying past Dylan there. Now we can start carving his way into the podium positions. Parks back into the pits. Puts SLM up into 9th.
You're fine.
The FJW, most likely.
Oh yeah, FJW.
On board with Casey then. Yeah.
6 laps to go. I'm trying to negotiate. I'm just going to check pound this quick in this one. Training room, DXS, Raceway, DXS.
FJW's retired in the pit lane, I think he's adding up.
Yeah, I'm blaming.
Twonk getting past Sophie.
I mean, 28 seconds, not 28 points. 28 seconds of cartridge and most steps 4 points. With the amount of pounds of new cars, it could still be P9.
Oh, SLM almost rallying the Alfa Romeo across the final corner. Reese attacking Dylan. That's moving in the braking zone.
Right on the curve. I thought that curve usually spins you.
No, it's the inside one that does. Because it's very off camber, you basically grind on it with the underside of the car. Reese kicking up a lot of dirt.
Basically, wow. The excess is about. He's just
obviously a penalty.
He's ruined his chances of the podium, unless he can get his teammate. That's too much chance he has. And we put another penalty. He's going to get scored by Casey. The engine started doing. They make a statement for us, but you know, have DRS.
Medium's really proving their worth right now. Alright, been riding board with DXS because the podium finish hangs in the balance.
Yeah, on track anyway. Actually, recent Casey.
Casey's gone way too deep. Careful not to drive the wrong way, mate.
That brings 11. He's still going to score a point. Unless there's a serious issue. This I think he's going to be pushing like mad. To get ahead of Raceway, so I'm telling these. Raceway has this and he's going to get 2-2. So, at the moment it's FB a Renault 1-2.
Yeah, we'll have to see when it comes to the line. Heading into the final 3 laps now. Yellow, that's, I believe that's Carps. Don't know what's happened with him.
I think he might. There is a glitch sometimes where.
He is missing an end plate.
Move on the back of the line, but Nick has an immense amount of power, so I'm not going to manage him more.
Here's the thing though, with Raceway being so close to Avalanche as well, I don't think either of these 3 will be challenging for the win on the final lap, but yeah, Raceway's just got to hang on. Because maybe he can afford to lose a position for the constructors, but if Raceway wants to stay in the drivers' title fight, then he has to stay in front of DXS. DXS has hardly any ERS. I mean, like pretty much none of the guys in second down to fourth have that much ERS anyway. It's almost maybe worth thinking, maybe try and save a bit. Maybe it's like main straight DRS and ERS. Raceway not really fighting it too much. It's going to be quite demoralising, but you will have DRS back into turn 3. Yeah, but
DSS is a lot though. In 6 seconds, Raceway has 1 more now. No.
Yeah, how many does Avalanche have?
And he has 6 seconds as well.
Wait, you say if Raceway has any at all?
He has 1 more now, everything with us in the chat.
It's an absolute festival down for the fight for P6. Oh, Twonk, he's rear-ended the McLaren. Not a lot you can do. I think you're just going to have to go to the end. Yeah, Twonky is going to slowly start drifting away from these 2 now.
I think the excess going to push him. He wants to beat his teammate that get the podium and minimise the damage he's going to lose today. So. If this could have I've been looking for P7.
Yeah, it could do.
Just slowing that. Never not Casey on the back of it, I don't know.
I was laughing out of all this. Carp still gets a point. Oh, the overspeed on the McLaren compared to the Mercedes.
Can't shut down. Honk still stays in range for DXS. DXS is more on fuel. If you're pushing that hard to try and catch steam, you might actually go on fuel. Like I say, keep an eye on the battle if you're P2 on track, which would be a podium, so just DXS out of your wrestling, there's enough fuel left. Trying to push to get fuel, but you're gonna get it. Yes, he does, okay. Oh,
Avalanche really wide.
I'm gonna be honest, at the moment DXS is gonna take that spot on the podium, not get past the go.
Yeah, final lap, so something needs to happen down at Racing Point.
Avalanche left and by.
Oh no, Dix, that's going really deep. Oh, Avalanche diving down the inside of his teammate. These 2 are still racing to the line. See Charlie in front. Only a lap car separates the Racing Points from the race leader.
Yeah, but anyway, final lap near Charlie.
Yeah, we're going to ride and ball with him as he is about to cross the final corner. Everything's played well into his hands, perfect strategy, perfect race. By the looks of it, he's weaving across the line because Charlie has won in Austria. Where are the racing points going to finish?
Oh,
DXS out of fuel. Avalanche P2, DXS P2, Raceway P3.
Wait, what? How did Raceway get so many points?
Reese P3. Luke P5, Avalanche P8.
Yeah, that's good. Raceway has no pens.
Unless if it's not giving you any pens. Yeah, something's definitely happened there. Good. SLM. Yeah, she did not finish P2.
I'm pretty sure the order should be Raceway, Charlie, Raceway, DXS. I don't know. If you want to screenshot the actual results, because I know for a fact they're not in. I've been moving.
Yeah, no idea what's happened.
Oh, cold.
With the race result one. You never know. It might even give Carps the race win.
Thank God she's on our stuff again. Jesus.
They could still make the game, it's just going to be under different management.
It would be primary Raceway and DXS in the podium if I'm not correct. Yeah, okay.
I'll have a look at the race director first.
So Charlie one primary, DXS with 6 seconds, Raceway at 9. Oh, this is gonna take a while. I think we just have to go. Yeah, maybe screenshot race director.
I can't. I'll be here until tomorrow trying to get all the screenshots.
I think we could have been here.
Right, we have to do what we can then. Charlie wins for Renault, taking the fastest lap as well. SLM P2, DXS P3, Dylan 4th, Reese 5th, Luke 6th, Raceway 7th, Twonk 8th, Avalanche 9th, and Casey Jennett finishing P10. Carps coming in P11. Both Haas drivers finished 12th and 13th. James leaving the session finished 14th. FJW 15th. Collins 16th and Ellie 17th. I think just to be fair for podium,
I know for a fact
I'm tempted just to only get Charlie in because I'm not too sure on what's happening.
No, I checked race director. The podium is Charlie, Raceway, and DXS. That I can confirm.
Yeah, if you want to get them in, then go for it.
I will.
Yes, remember, all results are provisional until after the stewards' inquiries anyway, guys, so yeah, don't panic too much about the end result. We will get a confirmed result.
We're gonna have a few to look at, I think. Okay, there's Raceway and DXS now. I haven't got it them all.
This game knows how to ruin the moment, doesn't it?
You know, you're in P2 and I don't worry.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, don't ask, answer, we know what happened. I remember, don't worry, in order it's Charlie, Raceway and DXS.
Ready to celebrate, and then it says I'm P7, and just stop freaking out.
Well, yeah, don't worry, you'll get that P2. Connor, are you here?
Yeah, have we got all of who've we got in? Oh wow, okay. Um, who was classified third then, or who do you
DXS.
think? DXS. I know that barring any that glitch at the end, I don't know where the game said that you finished. I think it looked like you were caught out by the safety cars. Was that the main reason you weren't fighting for the win at the end? I know the safety cars didn't help either.
Well, we were racing up front, Charlie, myself, and I don't know if it was Twonk or something. And
It was
honestly,
Luke.
oh, was it Luke? Yeah, I didn't really see what happened, but on my screen, Charlie pushed me off the track and caused me wing damage. I don't know if that was intentional or if there was contact between the other drivers. But I got wing damage, so I had to pit, and it was just the uphill battle from there to make up time on this track is impossible. And I thought I maybe caught out the leaders with the strategy, going on the mediums, and then I was going to end the race off then, knowing that they would have to pit. But then the safety car kind of rescued them, and once I was stuck behind the cars between myself and the leaders, it was impossible to make up that gap in time.
Yeah, I believe the damage that was done with Charlie. There was some. Was it Leroy, who was on the outside? Because you were going three wide, and Charlie was just kind of a pinball. He was bouncing off the barrier.
I can tell him I had a perfect view. So what happened? It was.
Yeah, it's really irritating when it happens. I do understand, but overall, like, how was your race?
So I think I'll report it and I'll see like what happens maybe. But otherwise I enjoyed the race. Honestly, I was surprised that I didn't get as many penalties as I thought. I find myself making quite a bit of mistakes, and I run wide, and I just end up picking up penalties that eat me at the end. But it was good. I think we had some Charlie and myself had some good racing. So it was good fun, especially for this track. I wasn't looking forward to it.
Yeah, Lee, have you got anything else to say to him?
Next week, Britain, how do you think that you'll get on?
I actually really love Silverstone, so I'm looking forward to that one. That's one for me is going to be really fun. I'm going to do a bit of practice and see a little bit of the strategy, and hopefully I can run away with the win.
Moving on P2 then. Who was P2? Raceway. I think your consistency in regards to not getting penalties definitely helped you out toward the end. Was it? How do I say it? Is it worth like taking some corners slower, even though it can benefit you at the end of the race with not taking too much risk with the penalties?
I think it is. I think it's something that I've worked on the last 2 or 3 weeks, is to try and, reduce the penalty count, be more consistent, even if it means going a bit slower. Because especially if you have a safety car near the end of the race, if other people have got penalties and you have none, when you cross, not in the way that it happened tonight, but you never know where you're going to finish when you cross the line. So I have deliberately tried to dial it down a bit. So that Charlie or Tess, as we've been in communications during the race, that at the end I was getting really quite nervous about getting another penalty. Although I think I only had one, I thought I had two.
No, you had not.
2 warnings. I only had one, but I thought I had 2 warnings. So I was terrified of going wide and getting one and losing second place, which was at my fingertips.
Lee, have you got anything else to ask for him?
Same question I asked the DXS. Next week, when it's your home race, Britain, how do you think you get on?
It's traditionally I've not really liked Silverstone, but I've really quite enjoyed it a lot more this season on this game, So I'm hoping to put on another strong performance and hoping that I can be speaking to you on the podium next week as well.
Well, congratulations, good luck.
Yeah,
Cheers.
hope to see you doing well again next week. Race winner then, Charlie. I know you're probably the only driver on the grid at the moment whose finishing position is undisputed, apart from Carps. But overall, how was the race? Are you surprised that you won at all, let alone by the margin it was at the end?
I think it was quite a good race. I think I was much more competitive this time against DXS. I think I could actually keep with him and have some nice battles with him, which we did. We had some nice battles. But I think a lot of it came down to the safety car. That really helped me out, and I did have 2-lap cars between me and everyone else, which held everyone up quite a bit, which gave me a gap at the end. I think that really helped me out. But yeah, I managed to keep it quite low with the penalties. I think I only got 1. And I just drove a clean race as I could.
With the strategy then, do you think you would have been as well off as you were without the safety cars? Or do you think this win is kind of a bit gifted, if you know what I mean?
I think I would have still had a chance without the safety car, but I don't think it would have been as easy as I would have had DXS to put up with. Yeah, it made the safety car definitely made it a lot easier for me.
Pretty much it from me then. Lee, anything else to add besides your usual?
I actually have a next question. So obviously, last few races DXS has been winning a lot, and winning tonight. Do you think that? I mean, obviously you hope, but do you think that this can be a change of momentum? And do you think that you can maybe challenge DXS for the title?
I mean, yeah, I do hope to challenge him, but I think he's going to make it very tricky. He's quite a quick driver.
And obviously, the other question I'm going to ask next week, Britain, how do you think you're going to get on there?
It's going to take a lot of practice. It's not my strongest track, but of course it's the home Grand Prix for a lot of us, so I think it'll be quite competitive.
That's pretty much it from me then. Congratulations again to the top 3. It will take some time to find out where the guys actually finish, so please bear with us for that. In terms of Nhrl activity for the next week, congratulations to MDJ for winning at Brands Hatch on Tuesday in the British GT3 Championship. This Tuesday coming, those guys are actually heading to Silverstone. As for Division 1, Silverstone tomorrow. Weather. Oh, you guys are in for a right treat for the weather.
Oh, what's the weather?
Oh, I'll tell you later. As for Division 2, next week, again, Silverstone week for Nhrl. Yeah, so please keep tuned. Definitely do go and watch the Division 1 stream tomorrow. Probably not one that's want to be missed. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week.